does B.G.X stand for?
B.G.X was Basement Graphics Experience.
And what made you create that community space?
It wasn't a community space. It was more like an art studio for young upcoming artists. And then later on, it became a community space with a plan, of course. Though.
And this all started in downtown Jersey City.
114 Christopher Columbus Drive.
So the purpose was initially to start to have a studio for artists, and then it evolved into something else, right?
Yes. First it was art and music, and then it became a barbershop. It became 2 music studios, a tattoo parlor, and a place where we could turn around and just vibe with each other and build ideas.
So it was like a one-stop shop urban center, right?
Yeah, basically make you look good, make you feel good, you know.
Shit got me to get my rhymes better, I know that, because I went over there and I would record songs there, and you guys gave me some coaching on how to like record on a snare or like spit and have the rhyme drop on the beat on the snare, the count bars and all this other stuff. So you know what I mean? That was something that I took away with me, and God knows I went all over the world with it.
It made a lot of people who they are today.
Yes. And also it was at the Twin Towers was in the backdrop, so we got all that old kind of nostalgia going on with it in Jersey City. But it was something very interesting because you were the only type of person to have that kind of that ingenuity.
They said I was ahead of my time.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's crazy because you say basement graphics, right?
Basement.
But at the same time, it's like that basement stands for a foundation.
Yes, that's where it starts.
Yeah, that's gangster.
That's where it starts. Everybody that denied that I couldn't do nothing with it, and I created the most go-to place where people can vibe without violence.
Yeah,
vibe, you know, creatively. They take their ideas and make it realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like portraits, T-shirts, music. It was, you know, get a fresh cut, make you look fresh, so you go out for the night.
Yeah.
So it was something that we was proud of doing.
You was like basically, even to the point where you was not only having people come out looking fresh and clean, there was times where you provided a service for the community, like even for people that had addiction issues. You would have people come in, clean them up in that aspect, and actually give them employment opportunities, and then they come out being like productive members of society. Some even probably became artists because you sat down with them and you taught them how to transition from, you know, the energy that they had, that they were using all that energy and negatively into getting into drugs.
We definitely reformed a lot of people.
Getting into art or everything else. Even like helping building sets and compartmentalizing. When you were creating these little sections inside of the basement, you had the barber shop at the front, you had the studio right here where people could record, you had the artist studio right there. I mean, you even early on had like journalists, right? Because you were creating a magazine.
We was trying to create a magazine.
So you were doing a newsletter basically from that magazine, a print shop also for the community. Now we like fast forward from, I don't know, about 25 years into the future where we're at now. Like, and the Twin Towers are no longer here, and the basement is no longer here. But I feel like even though now, you know, with the gentrification, the development that's going on all over, and there's all these new artists that come from Nebraska, wherever the fuck, they're not homegrown artists, but for the most part, it's like the foundation that you started, the movement that you created, sometimes plays like second fiddle or puts in the background in order to give rise to whatever this newness is that, you know, people like this newness or whatever. But I just want to say, like, thank you for leaving that imprint in my heart with the basement as the a foundation so that I can use it to leap forward and continue to create with that essence in mind, with everything that you did, with that hard work, that ingenuity. There were no developments here. You weren't getting grants from the city. You were taking money out your own pocket. I remember that you worked at this clothing store named Morley's, where you actually revolution. Well, I mean, you made this you were the trendsetter for that store because they were an old like kind of mom and pop shop, and then you told them what the people liked on the street.
Right. I did my research through home videos, hip hop and stuff like that, and that's how I started buying what I saw on TV and creating a wave for Jersey City because it was lacking at the time. We bought in the Timbs, we bought in the Nikes, we bought in the Army gear. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Nas put that first and he was in front of his building.
And he said the Army jacket line and all that.
With his 40 below
fatigues. Yeah.
So that's while the hip hop created, we put it in the store and the community came and we had the community on lock for a very long time.
This is how much you were inspiration to me.
See, I met Keith Haring there.
That's
Biz Markie D.
Yeah, I remember all the people that passed by through that to that store because of the product that you sold there that you brought in.
Right.
And I mean that's where I got my first pair of Timbs at. I mean shit, no one ever forgets on the East Coast where they got their first pair of Timberlands.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? So to me that's even. I mean, you've done so much for the community, for the Puerto Rican community in downtown Jersey City, which unfortunately is not many are left.
I've just been inspiring, that's it. I've been trying to make sure that we don't get left out. At the end of the day, they push us out little by little, but you can't push out memories out of nobody's head or heart.
That's the most potent, powerful thing that anyone's ever said. Like again, they could try to paint away, through the pain and the past, but all of those things, just like in Mexico where they have like the big cathedrals on top of the old Aztec structures, but it's those Aztec structures that are foundation for that, and if they're gone, then everything.
That's what's making the museums popular now.
Yeah.
That stuff that was buried before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just a pebble creating mountains. You know what I'm saying? That, you're a mountain. You don't know it. I keep telling you every time we talk that you're a mountain to this community. You know what I'm saying? Because of your voice and how you speak and where you speak, and then you put a beat in front of it and you still speak it. You speak the truth. So, I believe always will believe in you, and other people do too. But don't stop speaking for us, because at the end of the day, that's what you're here for.
Nah, and I'm grateful.
I'm here visually, and you're here to speak it.
That's a fact, and I'm grateful for the fact that you gave me the vision that inspired the words, and which is why we right here.
We got Speedy now.
That's a fact.
He's putting the visual.
So you got 3 generations here. You got an artist. You got the MC who and then you got the other person who actually
that has
puts everything
skills too musically,
and that shows you 3 generations of Puerto Rican talent, homegrown in Jersey City, Grassroots,
right.
Which you started, then I came, he came, and now we keep
sparking.
For
us, it's not just a Puerto Rican movement. It's a black and brown movement.
That's a fact.
That's always been in our blood.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we never excluded anybody. You know what I'm saying? No. Whether black, white, green, or purple, we gave up everybody an opportunity.
And that's what
I'm saying, and that's what it's not happening these days.
No, I remember specifically at Basement Graphics was all inclusive. Everyone came in there. I mean, you had Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, African Americans, Philippine, right. Arabs, right. Muslims, Christian Arabs, Muslim right. Arabs. Like
right.
It was so many. It was so diverse.
We started diversity in Jersey City.
Yes,
the basement started that.
That's a fact.
It's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
And
hip hop. started that.
And that's true. And what you represent, which is interesting in Jersey City, because they would like, I don't know, some people would like to kind of, they would love for this section of the history to disappear. That like the pre 9/11, post 9/11, like the late 70s to early 2000s. They would love that section of history to disappear, and it'd just be like the soda pop era when people in the 50s were here. And I don't know. I just think soda pop, the Coca-Cola shit, and then fast forward to like what's going on now with Jersey City and the gentrification, and without the Chilltown being involved,
right?
Because that's the scary thing to people when they look at Chilltown. Chilltown represents our Jersey City, and it also represents the Jersey City that you helped bring about, that you spearheaded, and that you created these generations of talent, abundance of artists that come from that. You know what I mean? And they're reluctant to accept those people and acknowledge them as the force that you help to create, which are going to speak for the future generations of future basements to come. You know what I mean? From people, grassroots, such as yourself, who worked at a small mom and pop shop like Morley's, diversified their catalog and helped them generate more revenue. And with the little bit of money you got, stored that money through hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and opened B.G.X.
Yeah. With a little help from everybody else. Like the community helped a lot. That's why I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been blessed with community funding, grassroots funding. It's never been a grant like you said before. It's never been taking a loan or anything like that. It's always been from my pocket, from my talent, and from people buying the product I put out. The custom art, the t-shirts, the hustle. Basically, the work at Morley's. I've worked for Morley's. I stacked my money. I put it all in the basement. And then I had people that invested here and there.
Yeah, I mean,
and their investment was, here, Cheese, I know what you're doing with it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't drug money or nothing like that. It was their hard-earned work.
You would even assist people like, before they had this, prison to work programs, you would help people that were in prison. They providing them employment like that.
We was doing people that came home from jail. We would put them to work. It didn't matter who it was. We didn't care what you was doing, what charge you got. Like if we could give you an opportunity, then we open the doors for you. They never crossed work with what they did in their past. They came to work, they're dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of people like that. We was kids once. Every kid gets in trouble one time or another.
Yeah, you're right. People are quick to write people
they
off.
write them off right
immediately.
And you can't. Now with these new reforms, even the government is doing it. They have to give you work.
So you were already implementing policies that the government are putting in now on an individual level.
We was implementing stuff that the city is run by right now.
That's some gangster stuff. So you did a lot of
I've been doing community.
There were a lot of firsts, basically. And like you said, like right here, it says, even in that sign, you can't see it says redemption. So like, you already have that in mind. Like there's always been that idea, like you can always change. You can always be better. Like come here back to the basement, start from scratch, and then leave new again.
Right.
Like you can always start at the ground level, which is what Grassroots is, right? Mm-hmm. Floor. And then from the floor, go up and develop yourself to reach a higher purpose.
And it's always going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be people like me with the opportunity, but never cross those opportunities with your fuckery. You understand?
Don't shit where you eat at.
Right, none of that stuff. Like you always got to be good. But what I listen to right now, when I get up every morning, is my mom's voice to this day. Before I left the house was be good.
Yeah.
And to that day, till today, that's how I feel and that's how I think. Mom's is saying, be good. She calls me from Puerto Rico. You being good? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm being good. I have to be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to leave a positive name behind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Positive legacy behind. And you can't, like I said, you can't erase that from the minds and the hearts of the people I touched on it.
That's crazy. So the first thing that you do when you wake up is try to be the best you, because your mom is always like,
Yeah,
be
that
good.
little voices in my head.
And that you being your best you helped you create places that allow other people to be the best them.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like, leaving off on that, you know, just introduce to the people, you know, currently we're at your workplace.
My studio / shop is at 116 Brunswick Street, Jersey City, New Jersey, aka Chilltown, USA, worldwide known. Blessed to be here. Blessed to make sure this is the first time we went from the basement to the next level. So maybe the next one will be the penthouse. But I'm good here. I'm content. It makes sense for me to be here. You know, I'm still an eyesore to the kids passing by, going to school. This is just me to keep my minds and my mentals right at all times, and to give inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep inspiring at the end of the day, because we need it right now more than ever. The pandemic has made people crazy. They got PTSD.
Right about that.
Lazy, you know, but it's made a whole lot of bosses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are taking their lives more seriously and going out and getting it, and not working for whoever they were working for before.
Everybody's basically living their own B.G.X.
Right.
So to leave on that note, you know what I mean? We're gonna
shout out to Chilltown, Jersey City. I love y'all forever to the day I die. This is my shit right here. I love this place.
And my name is CF. I rep Jersey City to the fullest, and peace out to the B.G.X. and its legacy that continues to live on through song, through art, through all types of artistic expression. Let's rock.
Seen AZ at the B.G.X, that cheap spot. He caught beats from my G-Chop, the street address Columbus Drive. I remember like yesterday, he seemed impressed. My bro Chris was present. We was repping by them beat up steps in front of Sweets Barbershop.